Hey guys, hope you're having a great weekend. I know that watching these videos and doing things over the weekend is not how you want to plan your day. However, we do have a lot of material to cover, and I think this is the best way for us to get ahead of it. So before we get started, today's lesson is brought to you by TI 30XA calculators. They're great. They get the questions right every time, as long as you press the right buttons. You know what they say about calculators. You can always count on them. All right. So dimensional analysis, guys, is just the process of converting units. Those units could be units of measurement, like length. They could also be units of measurement dealing with weight or time or matter, like grams. When we look at dimensional analysis, like I said, it's a process. Whoops, sorry about that. There we go. It's a process to convert measurements from one unit to another. Now, the other day I showed you guys something that was talking about fractions. We know that any number over itself is equal to 1, right? And we talked about this. 12 inches over 1 foot. Isn't 12 inches the same thing as 1 foot? So isn't this length and this length the same? So wouldn't that be the same length? So wouldn't that be equal to 1? We're going to use that concept to do dimensional analysis. So, is the fraction 12 inches over 1 foot equal to 1? That is a yes. So how do we convert using that concept? We did some problems like this the other day. So the first one, we have 15 feet, and we want to convert that into centimeters. Now I don't know how many centimeters are in a foot, so I'm going to go ahead, let me see if I can zoom in. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and write my first unit. That's my first step. I write my first unit. And I put it over 1. Now my next step is I'm going to make another fraction, and that fraction, whatever the unit is in the top, I'm going to put it in the bottom. Now I know that there are 12 inches in 1 foot. So that fraction in green is actually equal to 1, because we talked about that earlier, right? 12 inches is the same as 1 foot. So really this value in green is actually really equal to 1 in the real world, and we know if we multiply 15 times 1, it stays the same. So even though we're going to look different, we're not changing the value in these problems. So feet crosses out, and now we're left with inches. So let's go ahead and cross out inches. The way we cross out inches is we put it in the bottom. And inches, we're going to convert that into centimeters. Now some of you might say, well, Coach, I don't know how many centimeters are in an inch, or how many inches are in a centimeter. Well, if you scroll out, I'm putting it at the top. Okay, 2.54 centimeters is equal to 1 inch. You're going to need to memorize that. It may be given to you in the future, but I need you to memorize it. So we're going to go ahead and plug in 2.54 over 1. And now look what happens. The inches cross out. Okay. Now the next one. How many minutes are in 2 days? Well, we're going to go ahead and write our unit first. We have 2 days. We're going to put it over 1. We're going to cross out days, so we're going to put it in the bottom. We're going to convert days into, well, I don't know how many minutes are in a day, but I know how many hours are in a day. So we know that 24 hours makes 1 day. So those cross out. Now, how do I cross out hours? Well, hours is in the top, so I'm going to put it in the bottom. Okay. Well, how many minutes are in an hour? I know that there are 60 minutes in 1 hour, so hours cross out. So all I have to do for both these problems is just multiply the cross, top 15 times 12 times 2.54. On the bottom I have to do 2 times 24 times 60. Now I want you to try the last one on your own, and we're going to go over it in class next time we meet. So I'd also like you to try these over the weekend. Okay? If you want to take a screenshot of them, etc., go through these notes, pause the video, see if you can figure these out without using Google. Okay? Try to do it on your own. Try these as well. And we're going to stop there. Okay? So what you need to do over the weekend is you need to work on these 3 slides. Okay? Any questions, you can hit me up. But remember, this is something you need to do to get ready for class the next time we meet. All right? Have a great weekend.